Mute you guys. Yeah, sorry, it's probably asking you to press a button.
Mhm.
Okay, so when everyone's set up, thanks for doing the button pushing. Let's come to seated, switching which leg is in front. And let's just, before we get into our breathing, just get our backs moving a little bit. So just some really gentle inhale, open up the shoulders, exhale, rounding the back, and just going really easy with your back. Seeing if you can lengthen your breath, longer exhale, fuller inhale. Good, wonderful. Bringing your spine up nice and tall, shifting till you feel everything really growing upwards. And let's inhale our arms overhead. Exhale, let the arms float down either side, letting the shoulders relax. So just a few more of those. Maybe tilting your chest up on the inhale. Maybe on the exhale, letting your head come down, letting your back round a little bit. Next time your arms coming up, have your hands come together. Exhale your hands to heart center, shoulders just relaxing downwards. Looking at the floor or closing your eyes and just taking a moment or two to feel that nice big inhale and your lower belly expanding. And then the exhale, just let your shoulders relax, letting the air just come on out. Good, wonderful. Let's rotate our wrists a little bit, just waking them up one direction, back around the other way. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees just for some cow and cat, seeing how slow you can make it. Nice long breath. Really thinking about the quality of your movement, trying to make it really slow and smooth and full. Let's take our hips in a circle. So pressing your hip one way, bit forward, then the other side, and then back. Just seeing what feels good, going on a little circular journey. Switching directions the other way. Good. Now let's do a few of those ones where you let your hip go one way and you're looking over the other shoulder. Then inhale back through center and then doing the other side. Now, before we come into child's pose, if you have clearance to do it, bringing your weight onto one knee and then just letting the other knee come up off the mat enough that you can just do a few gentle hip circles. So I don't know if you can see, but that knee, just getting it so you're kind of leaning your weight on the other knee so you can get one knee to just loosey-goosey, do some little circling. Good, and then the other knee. So it's ready to open up for child's pose in a moment. Wonderful. So speaking of child's pose, let's gently open up our knees to either side, feet coming towards one another. If you need a bolster for under your chest, if that feels good, we're going to settle our hips back. I'm going to be rocking side to side a little bit before we come into child's pose, just making sure the inner thigh is ready and happy. And then setting up for your child's pose, however feels good. Just asking nicely of the inner thighs. And let's get into our breath. Once you find a nice, relaxing, deep stretch, on your inhale, noticing the parts of your midsection that are expanding. Just sort of a gentle inflation. And then on the exhale, feel your hips in particular, just letting go, sinking downwards. Breathing deep, coming into stillness. Very slowly start to make your way out of your child's pose, coming back onto your hands and knees, but no hurry. But maybe lengthening out one leg. And then the other, just kind of unfolding your legs for a moment, stretching out the backs of your knees if that feels okay. Just doing whatever your body seems to want after being folded up for a little while. Good. And then when you're ready, let's come onto our backs, please. First thing we're going to do once we get down there is letting your arms open up to either side and doing some nice gentle windshield wipers. So letting your knees flop one way on the exhale. Inhale back through center, then letting them flop the other way. Maybe messing around with how far apart your feet are. So it just sort of changes it based on the distance between your feet. Just deciding which distance feels good to you today. Good, wonderful. When you're ready, let's do a full body stretch, reaching your arms overhead, lengthening out your legs, letting your back arch, just feeling your whole body in a line, stretching out, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, hugging in your knees, pressing out the air. Now let's take those knees in a circle. So you're feeling your lower back, getting a little massage into the floor. One way. Then circling back around the other way. Wonderful. So keep one leg hugged in and lengthen out the other leg. We're just going to pulse a little bit. So on the inhale, that bent knee comes away from your body a bit. And then on the exhale, you're pulling it in like you're pressing out the air. So just gentle pulsing. Your lengthened out leg is just totally relaxed. Feeling your lower belly expand as the knee moves away to give it room. And then on the exhale, feel like that leg is pressing out the air. Good. Lengthening out that leg. Let's do a full body stretch again. Arms overhead. This time, let's flex our feet. Maybe flexing your hands too. So the palms of your hands are reaching. Letting your back arch. Nice big inhale. Then as you exhale, let's curl those knees in again. Pressing out the air. And now lengthening out the other leg that you haven't done yet. Same thing. Inhale, knee comes away a bit. Exhale, pressing out the air. Good. Lengthening everything out again. big long stretch of your whole body, wiggling your fingers and toes, letting the back arch. After a big inhale and the exhale, hugging in those knees, pressing out the air. Good. So let's thread the needle. So one foot on the floor, the other foot crossed over. So you're getting that nice big hip opener. Either leaving your bottom foot on the floor, or you can grab your leg to try and pull both legs in so that you're getting that nice opening through the hip. Asking nicely of the hip. And when you're feeling a nice good stretch, we're just going to come into stillness, holding this stretch, breathing deep. On the exhale, just trying to feel everything relaxing, opening up. Wonderful. Now keeping your top leg crossed over, but put your bottom leg back on the floor, opening up your arms and letting your legs flop towards the top leg that's crossed over. So we're coming into kind of a twisty feeling. That top crossed over foot is just gently pressing down on your underneath leg. So your underneath hip is getting a nice stretch. Just letting everything let go on the exhale, feeling how that stretch comes right up through your hip, up into your side body, maybe up into your arm. Wonderful. On an inhale, untangling your legs, bringing everything back through center, doing whatever feels good. Maybe windshield wipers. I feel like picking up one knee and giving it a circle outward, and then picking up the other leg and circling it outward. So just whatever feels good. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm sort of like picking up one knee, circling it outward, and the other one, but just do what is going to feel nice to you before we do all that on the other side. Automatic pilot, just let your body tell you what it wants to do and just do that. Good, wonderful. Now trying to remember which leg you did last time. Crossing over the other leg. And then gently Pulling it, both legs in if that feels okay. Coming into stillness. Once you found your stretch, maybe grabbing your underneath leg, maybe using a strap or something to help hold on. Maybe you keep that underneath foot on the floor or on a block, whatever's going to give you a stretch with no pain. And then settling into your breath. Nice full inhales, feeling the lower abdomen expanding. And then on the exhale, just letting everything melt. And when you're ready, putting that underneath foot back on the floor, arms open up, and let both legs flop towards the leg that's on top. So the leg that is on top, that ankle's gently pressing down on the underneath kind of quad area so that you're getting a nice stretch from the outside of your hip. Arms nice and open, so maybe this twisty stretch goes right up your hip into the side body, maybe up into your arm. When you find that nice stretch, just breathing deep and relaxing down into it on the exhale. And then when you're ready, untangling your legs, bringing everything back through center, doing whatever feels good. Maybe it's windshield wipers. Maybe you feel like lengthening out your body since your knees have been bent for a while. Just really ask your body, what do you want to do? And do that. When you're ready, bending up your knees again, feet on the floor. And I want to do just some little pelvic tilts. So feel like you're sort of tucking your tail, scooping your pelvis up and then releasing it, maybe rocking it back so you get a bit of a arch in your back. So just sort of a gentle back and forth with your pelvis. If this feels good, these little pelvic tilts. Good, wonderful. Let's hug in both knees, please. And then gently open up both knees to the side, maybe supporting underneath your knees. So you're getting a big inner thigh stretch, but just going gently at first. Just breathing deep, gently letting your knees come apart, gently stretching out the inner thighs. Wonderful. Now bringing those knees back together, feet back on the floor, and just let's do a few windshield wipers, but with your feet further apart this time. So when your knees drop one way, the back hip is getting sort of pressed forward, so you're stretching out the front of the hip. So just back and forth in your own time, but trying to feel that back hip coming up off the floor, so the front of your hips getting stretched out. Good, wonderful. So now I think we're ready for a big hip opener. So let's see if your body agrees. Let's have our knees open up to either side, the bottoms of your feet coming together, maybe supporting under your knees if that feels better, maybe with pillows or blocks, having your arms open up to either side so you feel your chest is opening up and your pelvis is opening up. Just be on the lookout for any angry muscles and supporting where you need support. Once you feel a nice stretch but no pain, settling into stillness, noticing your breath and just really letting things open up and release and melt on the exhale. On your next inhale, maybe using your hands to bring your legs back together, going really gentle. Maybe doing some windshield wipers, maybe lengthening out your legs. Actually, let's lengthen out our legs. I think that's probably a very good idea. So just letting the fronts of your hips and your legs totally relax. They're lengthened out on the floor, and just let your legs be heavy and relaxed. Let's reach our arms up towards the ceiling and doing some circular motions with our arms, just getting the back, especially the shoulder blade area, getting massaged into the floor. Switching directions back around the other way. It's just a gentle movement that helps get that kind of nice massagey feeling into your back. Now let's try having your arms just go side to side. See how that feels through your shoulder blades. This should feel good, hopefully. Wonderful. Now let's hug in those legs again. And just let our bodies roll from side to side. So trying to feel your whole back body getting massaged into the floor. Almost like you're trying to roll out your back like a rolling pin. Just gently massaging everything into the floor. Good, wonderful. When you're ready, feet back on the floor, knees bent, opening your arms up to either side, and just letting your knees, or actually let your hips shift one way to let your knees fall the other way, coming into a twist. Maybe that top leg, you keep it bent. Maybe you want to lengthen out that top leg. Just whatever's going to be a nice deep twist for you. And once you feel that nice long twist running through your body, checking in with your breath, feeling the parts of your body that are expanding on the inhale. And then feel everything letting go, melting on the exhale. Very slowly bring everything back through center. Take a moment to get your spine untwisted, maybe hugging in your knees or lengthening them out. And when you're ready, shifting your hips the other direction so your knees can fall the other way. Deciding how you want your legs to be to give you the best stretch. And once you find that really nice, long, sort of S shape stretch through your body, sinking into it, noticing where your body expands on the inhale, and then letting absolutely everything melt downward on the exhale. When it feels like the right time, bringing everything back through center, taking a moment to sort of untwist your spine. And when you're ready, coming into happy baby for a moment or two, your version of happy baby. Some people like to sort of rock their baby a little bit side to side, just whatever's going to feel good. It's kind of a final hurrah. Just melting into it. We won't be here that long, but just sort of get from it what you will. Wonderful. Coming out of your happy baby, feet on the floor, just for a moment, let's come into a bridge, just feeling the fronts of the hips, the hip flexors stretching out. Take a nice big inhale and then exhale, lowering back down, hugging in your knees, maybe lifting your head up towards your knees if you like. And then when you're ready, just melting into Shavasana, letting everything flop open, your feet falling to either side, letting your shoulders let go, feeling like your arms and legs have suddenly become very heavy. They're just a higher gravity melting them into the floor. And then feeling your chest and abdomen gently rising with your inhale. Then everything just melting downward on the exhale. If you have time in your day, go ahead and stay in Shavasana. I'll end the meeting for you. If you need to keep moving with your day, start to wake up your body, letting your body move or stretch out in whatever way feels good. Rolling onto your side when you're ready, and making your way up to a seated position with your eyes closed or just looking at the floor. Let's come back into a nice deep breath. So just letting your body feel like it's growing upward on the inhale. On the exhale, feel your shoulders and hips relaxing downwards. So just breathing deep. Feeling nice and long and strong on the inhale. Nice and relaxed and calm on the exhale. Namaste. I'm gonna stop the recording.